This might be the most overlooked place in Scotland. No crowds, no chaos. Just this, and somehow hardly anyone talks about it. Over the next 2 days, I found a hidden castle, climbed Scotland's most southerly lighthouse, and walked through what felt like a tropical garden. This is the Rhins of Galloway, and it might be Scotland's best kept secret. The Rhins of Galloway is a long hammerhead-shaped peninsula in the far southwest of Scotland, within the historic county of Wigtonshire. The Rhins stretches roughly 25 miles from north to south. It is bordered by the Irish Sea and North Channel to the west, and Luce Bay to the east. The peninsula is very narrow in places, giving it a distinct finger-like shape. I started in Portpatrick, and straight away it feels different. It's the kind of place that looks like it's been carefully designed to be charming, but somehow hasn't been ruined by it. Originally, this was a busy ferry port to Ireland. Now it's just calm. Almost suspiciously calm. According to local folklore, Portpatrick is named after St. Patrick due to St. Patrick making a very short crossing all the way from Northern Ireland here to Portpatrick, and he made it in one single giant stride. And when he landed in Portpatrick, he was supposed to have left one giant footprint here, hence why it's called Portpatrick. I wandered around the harbour. Colourful houses wrapped around the sea like they've always been there. Then into the shops. Smuggler's Cove, which sounds exciting, but sadly no actual smugglers. But the bounty of trinkets and souvenirs was plentiful. They really are majestic creatures. Unlike the human holding the camera, I think it's only fair to make a donation. So here we are. There we go. I also tried Lighthouse Pottery, but it was closed. Not back in 5 minutes closed, more like we'll see you when we see you closed. That's a shame, because I actually went onto TripAdvisor and there were actually quite good reviews about it. Anyhow, not more you can do about it really, is there? This old abandoned lighthouse is a symbol of how important Portpatrick used to be. It was the main ferry port from Scotland to Northern Ireland, but it got actually quite dangerous for the steamer ships to dock here in Portpatrick, and they made improvements to Stranraer, and Stranraer became the main port between Scotland and Northern Ireland. Tell you what, Portpatrick is really one picturesque village, isn't it? There seems to be a surprise and something new around every corner in this village. You know what? When we get good weather like this, Scotland is one of the most truly breathtakingly beautiful countries on this planet. Just above the harbour sits Portpatrick Old Kirk. Quiet, weathered, watching everything. No crowds, no signs shouting at you, just space to stand still.
There's actually no access to the church at the moment, but it just doesn't look like your traditional church, does it? Some say it resembles like Irish Celtic design, but to me, it's more like a lighthouse. In the 18th and early part of the 19th century, let's just say getting married wasn't exactly the easiest thing to do and not as convenient as it is nowadays. And a lot of young couples who weren't permitted to get married in England and in Ireland would often come to southern Scotland. So a lot of the young couples from England will come up to Gretna Green, and from the island of Ireland, young fugitive couples will come here to Portpatrick, and they will get married and return home in the same day. And it does add to the sort of romantic element of the village. And Portpatrick is quite a popular place to get married nowadays, especially amongst people from Northern Ireland. A work colleague of mine advised me and recommended that one thing you should do when you come to Portpatrick is have a go on the putting green. Right, we've just come to a kiosk here. So, adults £4, children £2.50, pay in the honesty box. And there's also a notice that it's cash only. There we go, I think the money just goes in there. And then you just take your putter and your ball. Oh, we'll go for a white one. There you go. Right, let's give this a go. Just to let you know, I'm not really any good at this.
And then golf. Well, more pitch and putt.
If you've got any golfing tips to improve my game, just leave a comment.
With views that make you feel like you should be better at it than you are.
Oh, you definitely have to give the putting green a go. It's a lot of fun. And it's actually a lovely putting green as well.
Most people come to Portpatrick for this, but they completely miss this. That flag sitting right on the edge, and getting there, it's not a walk, it's a scramble.
It's a bit trickier than I thought.
But then you turn around, and suddenly the view's already ridiculous. And then you make it. No crowds, just you, the waves, and the edge of Scotland.
The views are really breathtaking here. And out over the North Channel, you can see Northern Ireland. Trying to get down in one piece, trying to protect the camera as well. Made it. Oh my, look at that beach. Portpatrick definitely fits the definition of postcard picture perfect. Oh, it's a pity you just can't smell what I can smell at the moment. The aroma from all the plants and flowers is really, really beautiful. You can tell we're in spring and coming into early summer. Oh, what a gorgeous day. Oh, you can imagine what Scotland could have been like if it was like this all year round. That's what I love about Portpatrick. It's the streets, the narrow, the cosy, almost intimate, but full of character.
From here, things started to open up. I took the cliff path towards Dunskey Castle, and this is where it changes. Every step, something new. Cliffs, waves, nothing but horizon, and barely another person around. It doesn't feel like a tourist destination. It feels like you've wandered into something you weren't meant to find. And then, there it is, Dunskey Castle. Half standing, half falling apart, and completely perfect because of it. No ticket desk, no barriers, just you and history. You can walk straight in, climb around, and explore it however you want. And honestly, this alone would make the trip worth it. But this isn't even the highlight.
Portpatrick is also the starting point for the Southern Upland Way, and it stretches 200 plus miles all the way to the east coast to a place just outside Berwick upon Tweed called Coburn's Path. I'm in no physical condition to do it as of yet, but it'll be a great idea for another trip, won't it? Just let me know in the comments if you would like to see something like that, some sort of major walk. It'll last for a few days. I'm sure you'll be able to see some very interesting places along the way.
From here, I headed further south, to the very edge of mainland Scotland, and the drive is part of it. Quiet roads, open views, no rush to get anywhere. At the bottom of it all sits the Mull of Galloway Lighthouse.
Scotland's most southerly lighthouse. It is the Mull of Galloway Lighthouse. And we have the obligatory signpost. So we have London 293 miles away, Douglas 37 miles away, Land's End 318.
And yes, you can climb it. After paying a small concession, I started the climb.
I always end up going up spiral staircases, don't I?
And it just keeps going. Step after step after step. At some point, you start questioning your decisions. But then you reach the top and it all makes sense. On a clear day, you can see Ireland, England, the Isle of Man. It feels like you're standing at the edge of everything. And for a moment, it's completely still.
And when you climbed all the way to the top of the lighthouse, and when you come back down, they actually give you a certificate just to say that you've climbed the 115 steps all the way to the top. That's pretty neat. Some really good photographs. Gives me a little bit of inspiration. Need to practice a little bit more. I'm not that good yet.
Inside, there's a small exhibition telling the story of the lighthouse, the people who worked here. And what life was like in a place this remote. It's simple, but it adds something.
Tell you, I've really enjoyed my day here on the Rhins of Galloway, and I'm still in disbelief of how beautiful this place is. I mean, I've really enjoyed my day exploring Portpatrick and going down to the Mull of Galloway Lighthouse. You can see I've had to change into a fresh pair of clothes because it's really warm and I really needed to freshen up. Also had to top up on the sun cream as well. As you can see, my fair complexion is now turning a bit of a tomato red. Did a lot of walking today, which is good. But the scenery, it's not as sort of spectacular as the Highlands, but it's definitely rugged, and the cliff walks are definitely a must to do when you're down here, because the scenery is jaw-dropping in its own right. Let's go find somewhere to eat. Oh, bingo. Let's hope I can get a seat.
I ended the day back in Portpatrick with a pint of the black stuff and fish and chips, which was delicious. And this view. No schedule, no rush, just the sound of the sea and the occasional seagull keeping an eye on things. This is the Rhins at its best. And just when I thought I'd seen it all, day 2 got strange. I drove to Port Logan. To visit the Logan Botanic Garden. And this doesn't feel like Scotland. Thanks to the Gulf Stream, This area has a mild, almost subtropical microclimate, which means plants from places like South America grow here. In Scotland, it doesn't really make sense, but it works.
Admission costs £12, but that also included a small donation. And you also get one of these garden maps from the very helpful staff in the visitor centre. It's hard to believe you can actually get palm trees here in Scotland. It's hard to believe you can actually have weather like this as well. If you look up in some of the trees, you might be able to see red squirrels, which are very rare to see nowadays. I just absolutely love the bark on these alpine ash trees. Can you hear it? If you listen carefully, that is actually bird song of all the birds that are here. It's not some editing trick with sound effects. It's just the soundtrack of all the birds that live in this botanical garden. It's really lovely and peaceful, and it's just this serene, calming environment when you just wander around these gardens. It's something special. Oh wow. Oh, I'm loving this walled garden already. And there is absolutely more to this garden. It seems like it just never ends. But what a place. Oh wow, there seems to be fish in this pond water feature. Oh, that's amazing. Oh, sorry guys, I've got no food for you. Oh, look at the red one. This walled garden is worth the admission fee alone, let alone the surrounding garden as well. There's also a building here called the Logan Discovery Centre. Alright, I think it's time to get a drink and something to eat. That was very enjoyable, and it was perfect for a nice warm day like today. Here we are folks, off to Port Logan, off by the beach, off by the coast, on a nice sunny day. You can't beat it.
And just down the road, something even stranger.
Here we are in Port Logan Fish Pond and bathing hut. Ah, look at this. This is nice and secluded. Oh, it's gorgeous.
Built in the 18th century as a natural aquarium, seawater flows in and marine life lives here naturally. It's simple, a bit unusual, and weirdly fascinating.
Now the gentleman in the shop or visitor centre, probably both, actually told me just don't go too close to some of the fish with the camera, as they might jump up and knock it out of your hand.
can see those little guys, yup. They were lifting their heads up. There we go. How you doing, guys? Right next door to them, you've got starfish. Oh, wow. Oh, they're beautiful. There's another couple at the side here. Wow. They are gorgeous. Definitely worth a visit. There is also a local wildlife and marine life museum on site. I also had a wander along this fascinating coastline to see if I can find anything washed up onto shore. What a beautiful cove. This is stunning. Oh, let's have a look in here. Nothing much, just driftwood, an old cage, lots of stones. As you can see, it looks like an old shipwreck of a wee boat. So why is the Rhins of Galloway so overlooked? Because it doesn't try. No big marketing, no crowds, no noise. It's not competing with Scotland's famous places. It's quietly doing its own thing. And maybe that's exactly why it works. Some places aren't meant to be famous. They are meant to be found. If there's one thing this trip proved, is that some of Scotland's best places are the ones nobody talks about. And honestly, I hope the Rhins of Galloway never loses that feeling. If you enjoyed coming along with me, give the video a like. It really helps more people discover places like this. And if you enjoy hidden corners of Scotland, slow travel, and cinematic adventures like this, make sure to subscribe. There are still a lot of overlooked places out there, and we're only getting started. Thank you for watching, and take care of yourself.